Hey, it's me back from the road, or back on the road. Anyway, coming back to you from the road. How does that sound? So here I am driving back home again from Gillette, Wyoming. As I told you either the last time or the time before that or whenever this gets released. Just coming home from speaking down in Gillette, Wyoming, and as I told you, I find this will be a good time to do some video recording. As long as I keep my hands on the wheel and eyes on the road for the most part, this works out really well. A lot of long open areas. Kind of amazed at how much traffic. I'm coming into Sheridan, Wyoming. That's why. Giant metropolis of Sheridan, Wyoming. That's a decent sized town though, so I've got a few more cars than normal. But anyway, so today I want to talk about a little something that I had started with in the first one, and that is the professional development that we're doing for coaches. And what I want to talk about today with regards to that is this: be proactive with your own professional development. What do I mean by that? Well, these school districts, the athletic directors with foresight and that are wanting to build their programs, they will have us out to speak to their coaches. They will have us out to speak to their kids, their parents, whoever it might be. They are committed to trying to help their people have better experiences. And they recognize that one way to do that is to provide some kind of professional development for them and to try to help them grow and develop as coaches. If you are a coach in one of those types of districts that has that foresight and that understanding, good for you, right? That's a great thing to have, to work in a place where they value that. But even if you do work at a place like that, and especially if you don't, I think it's important that you get proactive about your professional development. And what I mean by that is this: they had me come down this year and speak on goal setting, your coaching philosophy, and the team policies that you create for your teams, right? And so that was this year. And then in previous years, they had me speak on, and the list of topics is wide and varied. The variety of proactive coaching topics that I do, presentations that I do, and the variety of my own. So there's about 17, I think it is, different ones, or 16, something like that I do. Well, each time I go to these schools, I am doing one of those presentations. But I did today, I handed out a survey sheet for the coaches to fill out. And I asked a few questions. Well, one of them was, what topics would you like me to present on in the future? I mean, they've had me 5 years in a row. I don't know why they wouldn't, knock on wood, have me back next year. The ADs were already talking about it. And I got to thinking the other day, this is great that they, have asked for the different presentations that I do. But what if the presentations that I do aren't touching on some of the topics that they would like? And so not only the athletic directors, but the coaches themselves, I asked, what would you like me to cover? What are some topics that I can do that are things that you either have challenges with, or would like to hear more about, or would like to dive deeper on, or whatever it might be? And so I'm asking these coaches to be proactive in letting me know what they would like me to help them with. And so get proactive with your professional development means start dictating yourself what it is that you want to grow on, what it is you want more help with. And all of us can do this. You don't need me to come to your school to do that, I mean, yes, I'd love to come to your school and do that, but you can start reading more. You can start listening to podcasts. You can start watching videos. There's a variety of ways for you to get proactive with your own professional development. And so take advantage of those. But then the other way is what I'm talking about. If you are going to have me or have someone like me come to work with you and work at your school, tell them what you want and figure out what you are most interested in. See if they have, like we do, presentations that might deal with that topic, and then certainly go with that one. But if they don't have presentations that deal with that topic, ask them if they could do something about it. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I got a few different people responding. I was a little disappointed. There was about 100 coaches there, and I didn't get a lot of responses. So I don't know if that means they're fine with the ones that we're doing, and so that's okay or what. But it was a little disappointing because I was hoping to get more responses so that I could start generating ideas on some new presentations to do. I have some new presentations that I'm going to start working on once we get into September here, because I've got some ideas on some things that I would love to talk about that I know are issues. All right, and that's important. That's good, right? But it's even more important to reach out and ask, okay, what do you want help with? And then start working on those things. And so that's what I was asking these coaches to do. Get proactive with their professional development by telling me what they would like some help with or just would like to hear more about, right? So that's a way to do that. Well, now I'm going to extend that to you. And I've done this before and gotten crickets for a response. But I'm going to ask you. And unfortunately, I don't get a ton of people who watch these videos. So one thing to do is please forward this on to anybody you know who might be able to benefit from some professional development or some types of help. And I'm asking you all, what would you like some help with? What topics would you like me to cover in these videos, for instance? What are some specific things you'd like me to cover? The responses that I did get from some of the coaches, there were a couple that talked about practice plans and practice planning. A few talked about one of the topics that we already do talk about, core covenants, the core values, the standards of your program, which, interestingly enough, I did talk about today. I didn't do that as the specific, presentation. That's in another one, but I certainly touched on those. Anyway, so that was something. So those coaches that responded to me were being proactive with their professional development ideas. I'm asking you to do the same thing. So let me know, what would you like me to talk about more? Or when I start writing blog posts again, write about more. Or maybe quotes on my Great Quotes for Coaches podcast, quotes on certain topics. Is there anything in particular you would like? So please let me know what I can do in any way that you would like it in terms of helping you with professional development to try and help you grow and develop to be the best coach you can be. All right? Take advantage of this opportunity with me, and more important, I don't know if it's more important, but also make sure you take advantage of the opportunities that are all around you to avail yourself of the various people who are out there that you can grow and develop and learn from. All right? Because the more you do that, the better you become. The better you become, the better experience your kids will have. All right, we will talk to you again next time.